You remember last week when we recorded me interviewing about your book?
Yes.
I was like, hey, are we going to talk about how we wasted time? And you said no. And I was like, oh, I had some really good ones. And you said to write them down.
Yeah.
I didn't write them down, so I don't remember what they were.
I wrote all of mine down.
Of course you did. You're that sister. I'm the other sister.
Hello and welcome to the I Love You Bet podcast. I'm Heather and this is my sister,
Rian. Each week we will revisit relics of our childhoods using our multiple master's degrees
to critically evaluate the crap that consumed our misspent youth. So join us,
sisters, latchkey kids, cuspers, and lazy feminists as we look back at our past to say, I love you, but...
I don't usually lately I've not been wasting a lot of time watching things, except that also I have been.
Explain that, please.
Well, I watched the new second season of The Night Manager, which I was a little bit concerned about how they were going to handle the evident homoeroticism.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that they handled it delicately, and I think that Tommy Boy knows how far he can go with it being believable. I just feel really sad because men that want to touch each other, but they can't, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
How do they touch each other when they want to, but they can't? How do they get away with it?
They play sports.
Violence, yes.
Yeah, violence.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Your listeners that we don't plan these conversations ahead of time at all.
I should have given you a multiple choice on that one. That would have been better. No, they handle it through violence. So that's how they handled it in the show, basically. Like there was a lot of they hit each other a whole lot more than they affectionately touched each other. It was still very much like, oh no, you fell in love with him, you silly belly. And I finished Étoile, the Amy Sherman Palladino blank check from Amazon.
Oh, I haven't even heard what's that.
Oh, no, it came out a while ago. I think you watched it. It's about the ballet dancers in New York and Paris.
Oh, yeah. It was really good.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot.
Yes. I was really glad that I watched that. And then that was entertaining because then Timothée Chalamet made his very controversial.
Timothée Chalamet should probably watch it. What a dick. What an absolute fucking douchebag. And like not even surprised in any way. Like not at all.
Okay. I mean, there is a touch of truth to what he is saying, but it's just that it always expands into new art forms. Like that's what happens, right? Like
yeah.
So it's fine.
Mean, just the way in the like I don't know. I was like, what drugs are you on right now, little boy? Like, because he was obviously like on something. The way.
Was he? I didn't actually hear him say the
go
words.
back and actually watch what he said, like how he says it in the interview, and like Matthew McConaughey is just like, yeah, like, yeah, like his face is like, what the fuck, like this is I'm not engaging in this, like, yeah.
He's like, I don't know, man, this is kind of like worse than racism. I don't like it. And the other thing I did because I wanted to be able to talk to you about it was last night I listened to the entirety of Kiss All the Time Disco Occasionally by one Harry Styles.
Okay. So I'm laughing because one of the ways I've wasted time is by being so excited and heavily anticipating and then like thinking it's the day and then being disappointed about this new album and then having yet listened to the whole thing all the way through, even though it came out on Friday. So I wasted a lot of time being very excited about an album that I haven't really made a whole lot of effort to listen to.
Oh, I was going to reach out to you the other day and see if you wanted to do a listening party, but then I was like, well, she has already listened to it.
I mean, I've listened to a lot of it. Like I started listening to it on Friday morning on the way to like taking Ellie to school and going to work. And then like trying to listen to more of it Friday after leaving work. And it just, I have not. And there was a couple songs where Elliot was like jamming to it. I do think like, I guess the second song on the album or I don't know, the first song on the album, whatever, one of the early songs on the album, I was like, I think Harry's been doing some therapy. Like, I can't tell you what it is about the song, but just the vibe of it, I was like, I think Harry's been in therapy. So
Title, Harry's been doing some therapy.
yes. So I know he started like running, I think. Like he's doing like marathons and stuff. So I think he's in his like life healthcare era.
What's his generation? Like that's their whole thing.
Well, because he's
good.
older now, right? Like he's like
maybe 35 or something. Oh my God.
Like he's an adult, right? Like,
I know.
I just think people, I sometimes still tend to think of him as like,
not when he has that sad facial hair. That sad facial hair is like the oldest man thing I've
not
seen.
Against the facial hair. I think it works on him. If you see him talk while having it, it's okay. Did you watch the clips I sent you from that, whatever that show, whatever the thing is?
I love you very much, but when you send me videos that have sound, I very rarely watch them.
Oh, okay. You should watch those.
I'll try.
Adorable.
Okay,
And those are the videos where I was like, he is so reminds me of our good friend Jesse Coulter. So I need to send those on to KWS. We can still have.
I really like the songs that sound like disco. There's one song that kind of sounds like a John Lennon song. I kind of like that one. He gives his full range of vocal stylings, and I prefer the way that it sounds on the disco songs and also the disco beats because I love a disco beat. That's my review.
I'm right now. I don't trust myself to be like, do I really like this or do I just really want to like it because so many other things have been so disappointing?
I like about 60%.
Yeah. Like I finished Bridgerton.
Yeah, no, you said you were sad about Bridgerton.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Sorry, I couldn't remember if I talked about that or not.
No, it's okay.
Like the new season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh no, they let you down?
This is not why I watched this show. I don't know. I think I might give it one more episode, and if some bitches aren't yelling at each other saying some audacious stuff, then I might have to give up on it for this season or for good, for permanent.
Yeah. Reality has broken you so much you can't even enjoy the Real Housewives of Beverly.
And I have been watching it from the beginning. Like, it's not like I came to it later and like went back. Like, I have been watching it since it came on, and it's the only one that I watch. So I know. Yes. Society. Yes. I've also been spend a lot of time this week being very sad about World War III.
Oh, we're spending $1 billion a day to murder people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And knowing that when it's all said and done, Trump and all of his cohorts are going to get off scot-free. Like he's going to leave office richer than when he came in. That's the whole point of all of this. And they're not going to be held accountable in any way. Like my internal sense of justice. Like I don't know if you know this about me, but I get very angry when things are unfair.
Yeah, we're both ADHD. We share that.
Okay, well.
It's a neurodivergent trait. Most of us have it that are neurodivergent.
Just a whole mix of things. I was pretty bad yesterday, like Friday and yesterday, but I'm better now because I cried. I think I need to make a playlist for songs that make me cry.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, but Not Everybody Hurts because that was the song that made me cry in high school.
I was a big REM fan, like big REM fan.
I know, I remember.
We went to San Antonio to see them one time. Jason and I were like, somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to do it. And they started playing it. And the people in front of us were like, oh, it's my favorite song. And I was like, oh, no. Like, no, go home. And then there's another one where it's like this one goes out to the one I love and people start making out. And I'm like, no, this was not a romantic song. Like, no.
Yeah.
No.
The one
I don't know how much more clear a simple prop to occupy my time. Like, that's pretty fucking clear.
Yeah.
This is not not as clear as PIL, This Is Not a Love Song, where Johnny Lydon sings over and over again, this is not a love song. But still. It's not hidden.
Nobody asks, but you hear the lyric you want and you ignore the rest. Like that's what most people do, right? And it starts. This one goes out to the one I love. Boom, done. No one else needs to listen to anything else, right? Like, and then but other than that, that's all people want out of that song. I guess so. What it was for me yesterday is I really went back to the like 2010s folk sad music. So like Once soundtrack.
Get some shins in there.
What?
The shins.
Not so much the shin because they're still too happy. That one really got me. Just the one about like take the sinking ship and point it off. It was I was listening to the lyrics and very much like able to, in my mind, apply it to our current geopolitical situation as a country.
Did you try Damien Rice's debut album? That's a good one if you want.
I did listen to The Blower's Daughter. Yes, that was in the mix. And then I went and listened to the Young at Heart chorus singing "Fix You." I know. So like super old people singing "Fix You." I was like, I want songs that I know are going to make me cry because that's what I need to do. I probably didn't need to do it while I was driving 75 miles an hour in the rain on a highway, but
Bit much.
That's where I was, and that's what I did. And then the movie that we watched for this week also ended up making me cry, so that's great.
I watched a movie this week that made me cry.
You watched a movie this week that made you cry?
Yeah, I finally went and saw Wuthering Heights.
Oh.
That I knew I was going to really like it just because.
Oh, it didn't make you cry because it doesn't adhere to the book?
Oh, no. So first of all, and I say this as someone who has written multiple books at this point, I don't give a fuck about that. It's a different medium.
Yes.
It is open to interpretation. And as long as it adheres to something that's true about the book, that's what I want. And what she focused on was the romance.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's interesting to me because it got marketed very heavily as like sexy. And it's a little bit sexy, but like it is so romantic. Like it was like English patient level of like me just like sobbing, and like Katie next to me. I went with Katie Rose. She's sobbing. Like all these people around us are like, it's all like everybody's just sobbing, and it was so great because like it was very cathartic. Yes,
you're not allowed to replace me.
You always worry that I'm trying to replace you. You're irreplaceable, right?
I know. It's just because I'm jealous because I don't have friends.
I don't know what to tell you.
I know. I mean, I have friends, but I don't like the only friend that I have that I could go like do something like that with, I see like twice a year.
I'm
like,
sorry.
I don't have like a very close friend here that I can like go do.
We went to the movies once. I don't.
Yeah, it's just the beginning.
But it was funny because it was afterward we were walking and like I bypassed my car and she was like, "Where are we walking?" And she goes, "Are you walking me to my car?" And I was like, "Yes, because I'm the best boyfriend."
Just answer me this.
Yeah.
Do you have a separate text thread that doesn't include me?
Yes. But it's because I want to keep hot cheese really pure. And
I did feel a little bad bringing up the thing about Jesse and Harry Styles, but I don't have another text thread with Katie Rose. And I also thought you would enjoy it. So I guess, is that the rule? Do we need to start a separate text thread for just like all the other bullshit and then the hot cheese and cream is its own thing?
I think that we are clever enough people that we can curate our conversations so that they're hot cheese, cold cream related, even if it's metaphorical. Like if you can find a way to talk about Harry Styles being either hot cheese or cold cream, then
like
you can introduce that to that text thread.
Like I'm just like, well,
that's what I mean, because I put the Austin Butler thing on there, but it was like, look at this hunk of cheese. Like,
okay,
you can do it.
Just like about the side text. Did my mom get a side text thread that doesn't include me then? If you're going to have side threads that don't include me?
Did you say mom?
Yes.
Yes, I have an individual text conversation with our mother.
Then why do I have to get text messages where you're like, "Mom, I'll be home in 20 minutes? Like, I am 900 miles away. Like, I get a lot of those text messages.
I have backed off of that a little bit, and I try to strategically include you on those texts sometimes.
Okay, good to know. But sometimes I'm just like, why?
It's not like I'm accidentally texting the wrong person, like she does. No, it's
Who does she
intentional.
actually text?
Oh, she replies all the time when I put stuff in that Eddie chat that's like all of his friends and his sister.
Yeah.
She'll be like, I invited people over for happy hour on Friday. And I'm like, I don't reply, but I'm thinking in my head, like, yeah, I bet she already told me that on a separate chat. That does not belong in this.
I accidentally said something to the wrong chat this week, but it was okay, even though it said I really need a drink and I was on a field trip chaperoning children. But goddamn,
it wasn't
I really needed a drink.
Your principal chat.
No, it was not. No, it was like union rep and work bestie person. It was fine. I thought it was just work bestie person, so it wasn't that bad, but I was just like, oh shit, yeah, who cares?
I do.
Because that's another way I had the time this week was taking 90 children to the state capitol on a trip I didn't plan and had no idea what was happening. Before I go on, I will say the kids had an amazing time and it was a great experience for them. And that is awesome because that is the whole point. Everything else about it was fucking terrible.
Sounds like life.
Yes. Like it was so stressful, like that the next day I felt the way that I do after I do light bar and EMDR. Like just, it was so mentally, physically, and emotionally draining that I was just like, I'm done. But I mean, there were some pleasant things, but like, yeah, like I was walking in the rain because I gave a kid my umbrella and then I had to go park the car like 3 buildings away. And I was like walking past the governor's mansion, past Andy Bashir's house, like drenched, pouring rain. And I was like, I deserve to meet Andy. Where's Andy? I deserve Teacher of the Year award. God
damn. But if he were that good a governor, he would have been out there with a beer and an umbrella to give you. And like, thanks, Ryan.
That is not how Bashir talks. Well, thank you.
An accent, though, doesn't he?
Have you ever heard him speak?
No, I just figured that he had an accent. It would make him charming.
He doesn't, because he's from Lexington. Like, he grew up in Lexington. Like, he went to Henry Clay. And
Lexington have. Don't talk about Henry Clay.
Speaking of another way I've been wasting time, but that's okay. I won't talk about that. But no, like actually, so my union reps were there too. They got there earlier in the day and they did actually bump into him walking his dog and got a picture with him. And I was like, God damn it. It's like second time now.
You meet the governor's dog?
Yeah, Winnie.
Oh, that's cute.
I think she's a labradoodle, a black labradoodle. That was really fun. And like I ended up having a group of kids who I have in class in the like little van that I took because I was like, I'm not riding on a school bus because it'll break me. And so like they're like on the way back to the car, because like I dropped them off and I went, but on the way back, I'm like, here are the keys, I'll catch up with you. But they were like Gollum, like a group, like I was the fat Hobbitson coming back down the hill, which is worse for my knees than going up. Yeah. And at least it wasn't raining, but they're like a little pack of golems running all over because they like went the wrong way. So then they like circle back behind me and I hear this like group of young people like, and I'm like, God, I hope that's not a group of young Republicans. And then it was like them because they like came back behind me. And then they'd like stop to take pictures with their digital camera.
Oh.
And they would have, they had me take a picture and I was like, your phones have better picture quality than this, right? And they were like, it's the point, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, no. I know. And so they'd run ahead and then I'd catch up because they'd be taking pictures and then run ahead. And so then they were like, can we go to McDonald's? Will you take us to McDonald's? And I was like, yes, because I didn't get to eat because of all the chaos. So I was like, sure, fine. So he's like, stop at McDonald's. And then of course they all want to do separate orders. So I'm like, well, we're going inside. I'm not doing that through the drive-thru. And then we leave and like we're headed back. I'm like, we've been on the road for like 5-7 minutes back on the highway. And then I hear they're like, quiet, quiet, quiet. I'm like, what's going on? And then basically one girl's like, I think I left my phone in McDonald's. So they were trying to call her phone. She's like, I don't know where my phone is. So then I'm like, okay. So I'm turning around. I was like, go ahead and call them, right? And on someone else's phone. And then they call and like, while talking to them, they're like, oh, did you also leave a camera? So like another girl also left her fucking digital camera. And they're like, but
they're like, are you time travelers?
I know. I was like, I hate all of you. This is why we can't have nice things. Like this other kid was like, Miss Davis is never taking kids to McDonald's again. Y'all ruined it. But yeah, so that was fun, but there was a lot of stress. It ended up being a fun day, and we're going to do it again next year, but I'm going to be in charge of it. And there's one other thing I want to talk about how I wasted time, but something in the movie came up, so I'm going to wait until we get there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have one other thing that's not a watching thing. So
Okay.
I went on vacation, but I decided that I have to stop calling it vacation when I take Eddie somewhere because it's not vacation. Like,
Yeah.
it's a work trip.
Yeah.
But I guess I should still call it vacation because then I come back and everybody's like, you look like you had so much fun. And I'm like, what was I supposed to do? Like,
I
go
think
somewhere.
we need to post pictures of the bullshit. Like, we got to start posting.
What?
I don't know.
Bullshit.
I don't know.
It's like I'm going somewhere I've never been. Like, I'm gonna go do stuff I've never seen. Like, I'm not like, what?
Well, I mean, like taking care, like the stuff that makes it stressful.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not
people
fun.
are
Nobody-
Like, it
nobody-
looks like you had fun because you're posting pictures of all these fun things that you're doing, but you're not posting pictures of like waiting or I don't know, the other stuff that makes it hard.
No, but that's not
Oh.
easy to capture in a picture. That's why social media is very deceptive and dangerous.
Never mind. Continue.
No, it's fine. But there were many surprises along the way. Some things that were horrible and not at all surprising. It tends to be a chaotic group, we'll say. We did go to a museum, the Museum of Science and Art, I think they call it, in McAllen. I highly recommend it. If you're ever in the area, go. I particularly appreciated that not only were all of the exhibits, they all had bilingual signs explaining the name of the title and the person and
It is
the
Mexico.
description. Yes, and because it is
Mexico.
And because it is McAllen, it was Spanish first and then English beside it. So I appreciated that.
Yes.
And in the gift shop of said museum, there was the favorite of all the fun things I've ever found in a gift shop ever. I found my favorite one, which was a stuffy of the COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if I talked to you or somebody else, but I was joking that it would be really funny to dip it in beef tallow and then send it to RFK Jr. And be like, here's a beef tallow treat for you. And then he'd like lick it and get to the center and be like, 19 vaccine. I would tell.
I think you have to like also put it in a pair of jean cutoffs.
Yeah. Also, I would like to clarify for our listeners who listen from other countries and for some reason have never seen an American movie from the 80s about school-age children, high school-age children. Because we don't really have bus systems here or much public transportation in most of the country, we have special dedicated school buses that go around and pick up the children and teenagers and take them directly to the schools.
Yes.
They're essentially prisons on wheels, and I would like to get rid of them forever. I have very traumatic stories from being on buses. Rian has traumatic stories from being on buses, which thankfully...
And I did never do it again. I never did.
Yeah, I can probably count on my hand the number of times that I rode the bus because it was like, oh no, like I literally almost got sexually assaulted and like the bus driver was looking me in the eye while it was happening and didn't stop the bus.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything, nothing else. Like, so I'm not a fan of school buses. Buses are great. School buses, no thanks. Yeah. Anything else before we talk about Set It Off from 1996, the year I graduated high school?
I know. I was like, and then I was thinking 30 years. And then I was like, oh, Heather's 30-year high school reunion this year.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard anything about that?
What? Oh, like the real one? Like where people I rode the school bus with?
Yeah. Like, is there a Facebook group or have you gotten any messages about that?
Yeah, there's a Facebook group and they kind of talked about it. I'm sure something's happening in the fall, but I'm not going to go.
What? Poor Kay.
That's why I've been trying to get our high school friend group together to do something because we all actually like each other.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. 1996. And neither of us had seen this movie before, correct?
Correct. We're very white. This is a first watch.
We are
In
very
fairness, it came out It was in theaters at the same time as Romeo and Juliet.
Oh,
And
well, I know what we were doing.
Pretty sure I saw Romeo and Juliet like 4 times in the movie.
I think I saw it about 4. I think it may be the movie I've seen in the theater the most.
Yeah.
Because, like, I never did Titanic. Like, I never saw Titanic in the theater. And I know that's one people went and saw a lot.
I saw that movie one time ever, period, full stop.
I'm pretty sure I've only seen it one time ever. Moulin Rouge, did we go see that more than once?
I saw Moulin Rouge 5 times. I saw Hedwig and the Angry Inch 5 times, and I saw Velvet Goldmine 5 times. So 5 is my limit.
We're talking about you. We're talking about me. But
I don't know what you have done, so I was listening what I know.
God, nobody knows what I've done. And too many people know what I've done, which is why I can never run for office. Anywho's'll be. So yes. So we weren't watching this movie because we were going to see Romeo and Juliet.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Probably should have at least given this a chance. I was thinking about this movie, though, because when I went to see One Battle After Another, the latest Paul Thomas Anderson film, they did show the trailer in the pre-show at the Alamo, because this is one of the movies that was served as an inspiration to T. Anderson.
Oh.
I was like, oh, that's cool. And then also the no longer in existence, but still queen of my heart, I Saw What You Did podcast, which is a movie podcast. They watched this and talked about it. So that made me think of it. I also think it's a nice bridge to move us from what we've been talking about, which is vintage capitalism in the movies, to the area that we are going to next, which is going to be called late 90s fever dreams. So
I do think that while this is a late celebration of Black History Month, it's a great celebration, or I don't know, example of why Black History Month exists. And yeah.
Why we need Black History Month.
Why we need Black History Month, even though I celebrate it all year long.
Because bitches like us go see Romeo and fucking Juliet 4 times. Don't go see Set It Off. I should say that I did watch this with our uncle.
I cannot wait to hear, and I wrote this down, what Uncle Eddie had to say about this movie. And I said that that's literally like the first thing I wrote down. Like,
and also, I watched it in pieces because I watched it for free on Pluto. So it had commercials. And I was doing Eddie's laundry while watching it. But I've been a little bit busy this weekend because I helped Janelle. I babysat Ron on Friday, and then I babysat him again this morning. So it was like crowding out my free time. So
yes,
I had to do a little bit of multitasking, and I apologize to Set It Off for my multitasking. I think that regardless of my interruptions, this movie is a little bit too long, which is my only criticism of it. I think it is. No, actually, I do have one other criticism of it.
Are you feeling hesitant to criticize because it is an all Black female cast?
No,
Okay.
I am taking it at face value for what it is, and then like the creators behind it and where they were at this stage of their various careers.
Wow.
And also like recognizing that like I am a person who saw a commercial or a trailer for Soul Plane, and I was like, that looks fucking hilarious. I am watching Soul Plane. And I started watching Soul Plane. I don't think the plane got off the ground. It's like, can't watch this. Like, I can't. Like, I can't. I don't know if it's because
It's not your culture. It's not for you.
It is not for me. And
Yeah.
also, I don't enjoy the chemicals. I think that some people, herbs and the chemicals. And so I never fucking relax ever. And so I just think like a movie that's just like hanging out there being itself. I'm like,
If you had to watch Snakes on a Plane or Soul Plane, which one would you want to watch?
I have to be sober.
I didn't say that.
Am I choosing who's watching it with me? Is it like part of a marathon? Am I doing laundry at the time? I don't know.
This is 2 minutes. Just sure.
I'm gonna say Snakes on a Plane just because I feel like it would have the kind of plot that would like I would be able to get through it a little bit easier,
Okay.
like a plot.
You mean it would have a plot?
I'm so fucking white. I apologize. I make fun of it all the time. The other day, I met this amazing woman. I don't think she lives in Eddie's building, but for some reason, she was coming out of Eddie's building. She had her walker, and there was a care staff with her, and she was walking. And I said, well, oh, and I gave her a big smile, and she gave me a big smile. And she said, I'm Queen Esther. I was like, Queen Esther, what an honor to meet you. And she was like, I like you. She was amazing. And like, she gave me we were like hanging. And then the staff person said, why do you look so much like Lori, who's like the memory care director and another white girl? I was like, and I leaned in. I was like, because all white girls look the same. She was like, no, 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 no. I was like, no.
We do.
We all kind of look the same. It's okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Queen Esther since. I'm hoping I run into her again. She was sweet.
It's the guy that used to live down the street from me who was King Solomon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All very
Like
good.
actual name, do we know?
No, I didn't question it. Just said hi every time I walked past his house. He was a very nice gentleman. So what did Uncle Eddie have to say about this movie?
He didn't have a lot to say. He mostly, like our mother would have done, talked about the relative attractiveness of the people. He focused on the women, whereas I made a note in here somewhere that if Elaine Davis had been watching this with me, I don't know how many times I would have had to hear about how handsome Blair Underwood was, because it would have been at least 7.
He does love an attractive black man.
Dear God. No, he after we were like, I don't know, like 30 minutes in, and Jada Pinkett was on. I'm gonna call her Jada Pinkett because at the time of the filming, she was Jada Pinkett. Okay, I know she's Jada Pinkett's nothing. At the time of filming, she was Jada Pinkett. And he goes, she's definitely the prettiest.
Yeah, that's why she's the only one that doesn't die.
Well, she had her whole subplot.
She did. She did actually.
Her little Cinderella subplot.
A couple of them had somewhat subplots, like. But anyways, yes.
Well, yeah.
So that was it. That was his only.
Oh, and then during the lovemaking scene with Blair Underwood, which was very disembodied, I thought that was interesting. And very much cut like a music video. Like, I know this F. Gary Gray, which, by the way, can we just get out of the way the fact that...
I was like, our uncle made this movie?
Yeah, our uncle's name is Gary Gray. Really weird. Because, yeah. If you've ever watched King of the Hill, whoever the main character is on King of the Hill, maybe his last name is Hill, I don't know. Anyway, that guy sounds like and acts like exactly like our Uncle Gary.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Is this
is a coincidence?
Starts off with a fucking bang. Like it just.
Can I tell you? I'm going to tell you right now. The very first note that I made about this movie was, "Man, fuck the police." I was like, I get it.
Yeah. Like, I started writing, what the fuck are you? And I didn't finish that and wrote, well, that's a very dramatic start to a movie. like a white bitch getting shot in the head in the first 3 minutes of a movie. Like, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. Yep.
Yeah. It was very intense. I should write Dr. Kelso, because the white police officer was the guy from Scrubs.
The Scrubs guy. I just kept thinking of him as the Scrubs guy.
Yeah, I never really watched it.
And then I was like, the toothpick prop stuff was a bit much. It wasn't.
Oh, yeah, no. Anytime if a white dude with a toothpick in his mouth, no thank you. I mean, that's like, to me, that is the equivalent of like hearing the like dueling banjos. Like the feeling you get where it's just like, like nothing's gonna happen. Like, yeah, same reaction.
Did you appreciate Vivica A. Fox saying, I can't help who I know?
Yes.
So I thought that is some bullshit about social capital, where like for white people, it's all about who you know. And that means in a positive way.
Yes. Yeah.
And then for her, as a Black woman, the fact that she knows the guy who happens to be robbing the bank, and they're like, it's a conspiracy. I'm like,
Well, and like just immediately, like I mean, so I guess my biggest criticism about this movie is from a law and order government standpoint, right? Like,
Right.
were there not labor laws in 1996?
Right.
Like,
Yes.
you could not have sued them. Like, there were so many opportunities for them to get rich without breaking the law.
Right.
Like, wrongful termination suit. Police suing the LAPD when Jake Pinkett's brother dies because he had a champagne. Like, wrongful death or overuse of force, right? Especially 4 years after the Rodney King thing, right? Like, just like multiple things where I'm like, what tearing the
Except
deck down.
that they did tell Vivica A. Fox to calm down.
I did. I wrote, calm down. Oh, no, you didn't.
And I feel like if you tell a woman to calm down, then she's probably going to go to violence. Like that's going to be the next thing that
Yeah.
that was good.
I do like what she called it, your tired ass fucking bank. I was like, I didn't know that was things people were saying in 96. Go.
Amazing how much of like the slang in this movie is still like at play today.
Yeah.
It's enduring language. I enjoyed that very much. Although I don't think people talk about tripping anymore.
Like, why you tripping? No, they probably
Yeah.
call it something else. If I thought about it, I could probably tell you. There's a lot. But yeah, no, I don't think tripping's the one anymore.
No, that fell out of favor.
Oh, yeah, another one with her brother. Did they not have student loans in 1996?
Did you miss the plot point where he lied to her and he didn't get into UCLA?
Oh, yeah, no, that comes later. Yes.
But the other thing, a question of was, why didn't you apply to a different college?
Yeah.
UCLA is not the only college.
UCLA? Like,
Right.
why were there no backup schools?
Right, yeah.
Right? But still, just like, what? And at that point, like, I didn't realize he was her brother. Like, I missed that until, like, later.
Yeah.
But because I just was like, who is this dude she's prostituting herself to send to college? Like, I was very confused.
Now
I know it was her brother.
Did I talk to you about what bothered me the very, very most about that scene?
Go ahead.
Why was the sheet not properly on the bed?
Yes. Like, you own a car dealership and you don't have sheets on your bed? Like,
And then it reminded me, because not only did I see Wuthering Heights, I also went to see Pillion. One of the things that I thought about Pillion was that it's a great way to get a young man, to learn how to cook and clean. Put him in a submissive relationship where he just fucking has to make you happy. If he wants anything from you, he has to learn to cook.
I mean,
and to
in a
clean.
way, it like makes the scene even creepier, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like,
I was like,
if
could this
it
be
was a very
worse?
intentional choice, well done, Gary
Yeah.
Gurney. But why did it have to be Mack from Night Court? Like, I did not need to see Mack from Night Court being a fucking predator, like a fucking sexual predator. Like, I did not need that. Like, I could have spent the rest of my life just thinking about that man as Mack from Night Court. I'm sorry, I don't know his real name, but they did him wrong, or he did himself wrong playing that role.
Although he did a really good job of playing a fucking sleaze bag.
Oh no, he absolutely did.
I was like, oh god, it's 9 to 5 all over again. The men abusing and taking advantage of women. Like, great. Fantastic. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are. It's the 80s or the 90s. Men taking advantage of women and being sexual predators. God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I did think that a 70s party is a great low budget conceit to have fun costumes and bad wigs and still kind of have like a little bit of production value to it. I thought that was real cute.
Yeah. Can you imagine a time when thinking $15 an hour was like so much money?
Yeah, and it should be the living wage, and it's not. I did look it up because they were like 20 G's, like they were like blown away. And I was like, I mean, it was only 30 years ago. Like, maybe my math is wrong. I don't know. And then I looked it up and it's like, it's only $41,000 now. Like, it is not, they needed a better plan from the get-go. Like,
yeah. Well, but then later on, when they got $500,000 or whatever. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
but if they had gotten $1 million the first time, they wouldn't have needed to continue robbing banks, and then there's no plot.
Sounds great. And then the last part could have just been about their Golden Girls era. Like that would have been perfect. They had enough trauma. They didn't need more trauma. They didn't need to die for this. Like, forget it.
You wanted to see them getting out of it, right? You didn't want to see the real thing, Heather. You wanted the Disney end.
I'm just so sick of violence and cops. And
yeah.
Also, can I say that there is not enough shower in the world for having coerced sex on that nasty mattress
with a man like 3 times your age?
There is no, like, it was so sweaty.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the thing. Would you have torn the check up? I could not believe when she tore that check up.
Yeah, no, that was not good.
Like what the fuck is like so many bad choices.
But I will say, from an actual, so the guy that I don't know if I can't remember if he's Danish or if he's Dutch. There's a guy who is economic historian, and he wrote a book about like an actual achievable utopia that we could have now. That like everything that we think we want from society, we're not asking enough. Like there is enough money and enough resources to go around for everybody to have a nice life, and like we could all just come.
It's all made up anyways, but okay.
Yes, but he talks about that, like, they've done studies on, like, these farmers who basically, like, half the year they're cash rich, and then half the year they're cash poor.
Yeah.
And when they're cash poor, they make terrible financial decisions. Like, being poor actually makes you make worse financial decisions.
Yes.
So that, to me, I was like, okay, I kind of feel that, right? Like, because then it's not really about the money. Right? It's more about what the money can get you. And so I think it was like, well, fuck, I did this and this is horrible, but there was no reason for me to do it. Right. So it's like,
yeah. Well, because I guess at that point she hadn't been thinking about herself at all. Right. Because like the narrative changes to where she's like, I'm doing this to get out of here. I'm doing this to get out of here. Right. Whereas before everything was about her brother.
Yes, right.
And then he has to die for her. And then she has to meet some man that like opens up a whole new world of like possibilities for her to actually think about herself.
I know. Why is it going to be a man?
Yeah. Like,
I want to tell you 2 things in this movie that ring true for me. White people do be having ugly ass babies for the most part.
It's true. Except mine. My baby was.
Yes,
cute.
I know. You turned out the perfect child. I also, my ass also gets when I hit the chronic because I get very introspective and I'm already an introvert. So it's one of many reasons that I do.
You hit the chronic.
But I don't. But one of
That
the
is slang that I can guarantee you is no longer in use, Heather Davis. Like even Snoop's not calling it chronic anymore, I think.
It doesn't have to.
He just calls it water. Like
It's legal now in California.
When I hit the chronic.
I would also like to tell you a brief aside that had I seen this movie in the past and you were like, what do you remember about this movie? Now I would say, I remember at my first office job, there was a girl I worked with named Jennifer. And we were all in on the Monday talking about what we did over the weekend. And she was like, well, I went to this party and I don't know, somebody started talking and then somebody pulled out a gun. And I was just like, why does everybody have to pull out a gun at every party? It's like, we go to very different parties, Jennifer.
Like you and I live very different lives.
There's no.
I love how Jada Pinkett would use her pinky.
Oh, the pinky. I said even Eddie clocked that. Eddie
And I
clocked
think
that.
it's because she's shorter than that. I don't know why, but it's like more aggressive. Like her tiny little pinky on her tiny little stature person leg. Or some, I don't know. Like, I don't even respect you enough to give you my forefinger. Like, all you get is a fucking pinky.
In the pinky.
Yeah, fucking pinky
Oh.
in your face.
My diaper trends, I can't even do like a straight pinky point.
You get a
My crippled pinky.
like, like I want to know if that was a character choice or if that's just her. Like, is that like
I feel like that's a little bit I
yeah,
feel like.
yeah, it was good. I liked it. Yeah, I definitely saw her brother dying. That was not at all a surprise. It was, I mean,
I don't know. It was just, I felt like, because they talk about the media fanfare, I just felt like from like a plot perspective, they really kind of missed. And also that they made the Scrubs guy seem almost remorseful, like genuinely remorseful. Like,
well, I think he was too, especially if you like considering what he does at the end, right? Like, I think he was. Like, I don't think he was, like, I don't think he's supposed to come across as like racist. Like, I think he's supposed to come off as a fucking asshole because he is. And like, I don't even know why. Who was the actress that played his partner?
oh, I meant to look her up. She looked really familiar to me.
Yeah, because she's
Can I
like,
say, speaking of actresses, may I just say these girls work. Like I was like, I'm gonna go look
Oh,
up
yeah.
all the lead actresses. Like
oh yeah, no,
they work and work and work. Like these
They're not
are
Tyler Perry movies. Just because there's so many of those.
yes, there are. All right, set it off.
Because she was in Foxy
Anyways.
Brown, wasn't she? That actress.
I mean, I don't know.
That's who I think. Like, I think she was.
Detective Walker, Ella Joyce. She is also a producer.
Oh no. Okay. I thought I would convince she was somebody else. So.
Bubba Hotep. I'm trying to figure out what you would recognize her from. She also works.
I don't understand why she was like. I don't understand what her character's purpose was. I have to say.
I think part of it was to kind of have the complicity aspect
Yeah.
of it, right? Like she's a Black woman, and because like in that very first scene when
with the water.
Vivica A. Fox is being, yeah, and she's like, you couldn't even offer me a drink, like was like,
Sister. Yeah.
like
But
she's
like,
kind of like an
after
Uncle
that,
Tom
I
character,
was
right?
like,
Like so she's kind of like an Uncle Tom character.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba. Did you see Preacher's Kid from 2010?
No, it's fine.
Uncle P from 2000?
I did see that. Yeah.
You did?
No.
Who made the potato salad and potato has an E on the end?
Is that a movie about a party at Carmen's? Okay, stop. Yeah,
I can't stop.
again, sue the fucking police department. And frankly, her brother was a punk ass bitch that just needed to die anyway. So,
I was so mad that he lied to her.
yeah.
I was so mad at him. Like, that was not cool.
I mean,
at all.
I wasn't because, like, I mean, maybe because I just wasn't that surprised. And, like, sure, he didn't know what she went through to get him the money, but, like, not even, like, any appreciation for the fact, but just, like, mad at her that he had to lie to her, that he felt the need to lie to her. And then to, like, go over to the fucking bank robber murderer's house. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, yeah, so I was not sad when he died at all. Like,
Well, that's
but
okay because she wasn't really sad either.
yeah, that they're like the worst cops. Like, so many gunshots. Like,
Yeah.
like,
They just pull their guns every time.
just and shoot like a million rounds everywhere.
All of them in a circle.
Yeah. And like we're just gonna walk into this room and not even think about maybe there's someone in a closet. Like it was just absolute terrible cops. Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote the cop dialogue makes me giggle. Like anytime they had them talk about stuff, I was like, oh no. Are you just watching bad cop shows to get this dialogue? This is not
I
good.
will say though, for some reason the cop in charge who tells them what part of no don't you understand, the N or the O. I am 100% gonna start saying that to Elliot. Like, but yeah, what part of no don't you understand, the N or the O?
I like it. Yeah, it's good.
We'll see. I'll let you know how that turns out.
Yeah, good luck with that. I really enjoyed the Godfather negotiation reconciliation scene.
I think that was the best thing about the whole fucking movie because it was so unexpected. Like,
It was very unexpected.
there's not a lot of humor in this movie.
There is not. Although Queen Latifah at one point says, I'm a bitch with a gun, which was funny. Enjoyed that very much. And I enjoyed it a lot, although apparently a lot of people are very critical of that scene and think it's too silly. I enjoyed it because it felt very playful and fun.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't like about the scene doing some research for the movie. It had a $9 million budget. They spent half of the $9 million getting the rights to use that theme song.
Okay, the scene
It's
wasn't
not worth
that.
that.
It was not that good. That was not that good a
at all.
scene. It wasn't worth $4.5 million. Yeah, not at all. But I think it's good because like it is silly, but I think it shows that like they don't like they're so I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking this or giving too much credit, but it's like they're so fed up with the reality of their lives that it's like they can't even think about what they're doing in any real way, right? Like they can't take it seriously because it's like it doesn't matter, right?
I was taking it more from the perspective of like, do you remember when I was in grad school and you were in grad school and we lived together in Kentucky?
No.
And that's okay. You don't remember those 2 years.
Yes, I do.
There was a thing that went viral, and it was like an email from like the sorority head person. And
Oh,
she
yeah.
bitching
What
out.
about cut punching?
Yes, cunt punching letter. And then Michael Shannon read it for Funny or Die. But he read it all serious, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And it's like, everybody was like, it's such a joke, but it's like nobody was realizing like what a badass boss bitch that girl was. Like she was like, fucking like, I'm the leader and y'all need to get your shit together. Like this is fucking, and it's like, I love that he like read, and I'm sad. It's sad to me that I had to take a man reading it to blah, 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 blah to elevate it. But I also thought like, that's part of what, I mean, sure. Yes. Part of what they're doing is kind of cosplaying gangster, but also like, it's this way of being like, no, like we are just as fearsome and important as these like true gangsters, right? Like, I mean, I think that it says a whole lot about the influence of Hollywood and mob culture and all that kind of stuff too. And of course, they're not out there pretending to be lady gangsters. Like they're not doing any of that. But at the same time, like I thought it was at once both very sort of silly and playful and fun, but also I think a way for them to like step into power and be like, this is like, we're legit, like this is a thing and this is how we're going to get through it. And we're going to treat each other with respect, but we are going to have power and be powerful. And this is how we're going to show that.
That's right, Cleo Menza. Hold on, I got some. Another thing about how this isn't how the law works. CPS does not take your child like after one thing. Like if you don't have a history, like, and we don't really know what happened to him. Like I assume he drank something.
Right.
Like I don't know, maybe he splashed it in his eyes since he was screaming so loud. And as soon as she showed up with that kid, I was like, fuck. Like, is this gonna be like do the right thing? Like I cannot handle this, right? If this kid dies. So thankfully he didn't die. Him getting taken from her and her like not getting to see him again and no resolution. Because like if Jada Pinkett didn't set up some kind of trust fund for that kid, like it's in
the system, he's done.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy the whole like he's just left in the system. I didn't enjoy that plot loose end. But yeah, CPS works. Like they don't just get to like take your kid. I mean, sometimes it's unfortunate because they fucking should. But yeah, like okay. And I wrote, I do not think I can continue to watch this series of bad choices. And I'm pretty sure Blair Underwood in this movie was a vampire based on his apartment.
That's just that mid-90s,
like that was a vampire's apartment. Like he was a fucking vampire. That's all I'm saying.
So I wrote, Jada Pinkett is having a Pretty in Pink storyline, but I'm pretty sure she'd actually be having a trauma response after losing both her parents and her brother. Like,
and being sexually assaulted.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same.
But then when In Vogue hit, you knew what was going to happen. Gonna be sexy time. In Vogue on the soundtrack, baby.
Yeah, the Passage thing. So when he said, I don't know if you clocked this line or not, but he said like he can be her genie if she lets him be. And then if her every wish is his command, and like he mentioned genie twice.
Yes.
So this is another way that I wasted time this week.
Okay.
Is by having at-length conversations with students about the ethics of a human marrying a genie.
Are these the same students who thinks the moon's not real or whatever? Like the moon could go away and it doesn't matter.
No, they're all very intelligent. Like they were talking about it one day and I interjected and I said, you can't marry a genie because they cannot provide consent, right?
Oh.
Because they're
I see.
Right? So unless they are free, you can't marry them because otherwise it's not okay because it's consent, right? So then it like stopped there. And so then Friday, a kid in one class comes in who's friends with the kid and it's like, Miss Davis, like I had take issue with you saying it's unethical to marry a genie. And I'm like, you can't marry a genie. And they're like, well, what if I marry them and then set them free? I was like, no, you have to set them free first. And even then it's questionable because are they marrying you because they feel indebted to you for setting them free? Like, and then it was like, well, what if there was a waiting period? It's like, you'd have to have a waiting period for it to be like completely above board, right? And no, they didn't
You'd have to give the genie a Rumspringa.
Yeah, so that's not there. So then the next block comes in, and these are the same kids who I had in the van with me to McDonald's earlier that week and left all their shit behind, right? So they were really putting me through it this week. So they bring it up again. So then it's, but if a genie's free, are they even still a genie? Or are they just a human? And can genies and humans have children? And then if they do, are they human or are they genie?
Okay.
Which took us to the world of Google. And apparently,
I must say, I'm sure there's a romance novel about this out there already.
yeah, I was like, because they're basing it on like Aladdin and like other things, right? Oh, so then, because then it also, so then Friday morning before school, Elliot randomly asked Ben and I, like, would we rather have infinite money or infinite wishes? And so then I was like, well, here's this question. So I threw that in. And of course, they're young. So which one do you think they all want?
Money.
No, wishes. I want infinite money. They're all infinite wishes, right? All infinite wishes. Because why would you need money if you have wishes? You can wish for anything you want. Like,
right.
Wishes always come with unintended consequences. Have you never seen any of these fucking genie movies, right? Like,
You don't think unlimited money is going to have an unintended
not in the same way, right? Like, if I wish for $1 million, like, how do I know, like, gold and $1 million isn't going to land on me and crush me? Like, this is how genie wishes work, right? Like, yes, money has unintended consequences, but not to the extent that wishes do, right? I was like, come back in 30 years and tell me whether you want unlimited money or unlimited wishes. And I said, actually, come back sooner because I'll probably be dead in 30 years. So then there was like all these things about wishes and who said 3 wishes. And so we go, and apparently in Islam, there is this aspect of Islam about genies.
Yeah, the jinn.
Yes, which I didn't know. And that there is writings about humans marrying genies. And
really?
Yes, but it's always men marrying women genies, and whether that's okay or not.
Well, there's a jinn in American Gods, and it is a male-male relationship.
Well, that's great. So yeah, and like we were really divesting, and then I was like, "What? After the AP test, you all can spend the entire month of May creating a genie government to like rule on these issues and decide how genie can live amongst humans. But right now, we got to talk about the fucking judicial branch. Like, shut up." But I did say that from now on, whenever conversations start to like go off the rails, that I'm just gonna say genie.
Okay.
Or I like
it. You got like a shorthand.
The I Dream of Genie like theme song. That was a huge waste of my time, but an enjoyable one.
I don't have a whole lot to say about the movie.
No.
After that, I made a few more notes. I mean, Gary Gray has done quite a lot. His first big feature was Friday, and so that's what got him the money to do this. He did do Straight Outta Compton in 2015, which did really well. Like it got Oscar nominations and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he did the most recent Men in Black reboot. And I think he has 4 movies in the works right now, and one of them is another Men in Black sequel.
Okay.
So good for him. Still doing the work.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that last scene had my heart beating, right? Like the last bank robbing scene, like I was definitely in it. Right? Like I assumed that they were all going to die. Right? Just like, because how they compared themselves to Thelma and Louise. And I did some reading and they were comparing it to like Thelma and Louise waiting to exhale something. I'm really glad they didn't all die. But I love that it like each had their own. You know what I mean? Like it was, I don't know. I think it was well done as far as
didn't
like.
all die in the bank.
No, but because they didn't, like, I thought maybe they would all
Oh.
get the bank, or they would
Okay.
all, like, once she's shot, then they're all just gonna die. You know, I mean, whatever. Like, I think it was a very compelling way to do that. I do think that the, like, amount of LAPD force they had out to chase bank robbers who had also killed a black man was a little unrealistic.
If you feel that way, I would like for you to revisit the Dollops multi-episodes about the LA police, especially the 90s years. And then tell me what you
Yes. And I really could have just gone with her getting on the bus and leaving and not having to have a white man let her go. I didn't need that white savior bullshit moment.
Yeah, right.
Like, I didn't need that. And I'm
think that-
surprised.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No.
No, that's all I have. Like, I mean, I don't know what you're going to say, but do you think it was like the director saying, like, look, well, not all white people are bad, or what?
So I don't think that the director had a lot of influence. I mean, I think he had some influence, but apparently the actresses worked a lot with him to update some of the dialogue.
Okay.
But it was 2 women who wrote the screenplay.
Okay.
I don't know that he put a whole lot of, like, he's definitely more of like an action guy, right? So he was focused more on,
Well, but either way,
Yeah.
what do you think the point of that is? Like,
having the white guy release her.
yeah.
I think you're right. I'm not arguing with your reading.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know, but like, I don't need the white guy to be okay. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't need that white guy at all.
True. That's all I have to say about this.
Have you heard?
Okay, I have one other thing. The
Yes.
newsmaker basically doing a play-by-play of the police chase was really entertaining to me.
Also,
Like,
that really happens, and
oh, they got away. That was a close one, but she's still on the loose. I was just like, what the fuck?
there's some really bad writing. Have you heard Tiffany Haddish's Groupon story featuring Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith?
No.
I highly recommend that you listen to that as soon as you can, because it is very funny. Very, very funny.
Send me a link.
And I don't know, this is maybe a little too deep and we don't have to get into it, but I decided that I have a problem with linguistics when it comes to the word racist.
Okay.
I want to say ideologically, I have a problem with people who are racist and racism. Like,
Yes.
these are not good people. But racism is a structural thing, right? And think about how we use this in other ways. We talk about people being fat phobic or transphobic or homophobic or xenophobic, right? Like, we talk about fear of whatever this other thing is.
Mhm.
And then when it comes to Black people, we just say racist. They're racist. And it's like, it's not really right. Like, linguistically, it's not right. But I don't know what the word is. But it has been bugging me.
Yeah, I mean, I think because it implies action, like racism is something you can do, right? Again, because you said it's structural. Because it's
Yeah,
not
but
just about.
I've seen a video where a guy was like, when you can't really call a person racist because a person isn't unless you are the white cop who is upholding the institution of cops go after Black people more often, and the whole system where they're going to get like longer charges and they're not going to get off and they're going to be picked up for blah blah blah. Like if you're a racist judge, then yes, you're racist in that sense that you're upholding a system of oppression, right?
Well, but then the argument is that to be that like, so one of the arguments now is that you are either anti-racist or you are racist. There's no difference. And that being that if you are not actively fighting to dismantle that system, then you are racist. You are upholding it. If you are not actively fighting it, you are complacent, and therefore you are allowing it to continue because you're not challenging it.
Right.
And so I think like, I don't know. I mean, I think that words have the
We're not
meaning.
going to solve this. It's one of those like little things that It's just one of those little things that caught in my head. Racism
it also
in
has
America.
hierarchy, right? Which like phobias don't necessarily have to do with one group being better than the other. And racism is like, that's an inherent part of the definition, is not just dislike or hatred of a group of people of a certain skin tone. It's also like actively thinking that one is better and instituting laws and policies and behaviors that create a hierarchy. So that's why it's different than a phobia.
Good call. You nailed it.
Boom. You just want to end this.
Well, yeah, I do have
That's your version of saying uncle.
But also, you were right.
Yes. Okay.
I'm saying uncle because I really do have to go see our uncle. That's just a true statement.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find our thing, even though I always know the thing. And thank you. That's it for this episode of the I Love You But podcast. Join us next week when we start our late 90s fever dream series that will end this season of the I Love You But podcast. Next week, we'll be talking about Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. Yay. What made you laugh? What made you cringe? What did we forget? And what should we talk about in future episodes? We would love to know your thoughts, everyone. We really, really would. There was something we asked about earlier. I don't remember. Hey, tell us what you think about genies and the ethics.
Weigh in on the genie debate, please. My kids would love it. My students would love
You
it.
need to know. You can find us on Instagram and Threads at I Love You But Pod, or you can get real brave. You can hit that chronic and email us at iloveyouButPod@gmail.com. Ryan Davis is...
If you've hit
What?
the chronic, you're only allowed to email.
We're only allowed to email us if you
On chronic.
What else I was going to say about the movie? Hold on.
Oh no.
Apparently, Queen Latifah used to go and watch it, and she would sit in the back of the theater because she was really, really curious about how audiences would respond to the lesbian relationship in the movie, which I think is fascinating. And she said that almost all the time people groaned and like did not enjoy that at all. They were like audibly uncomfortable with it.
The same way we're in the movie.
Yeah, the same way her friends were in the movie. And it was nominated for a GLAAD award. I don't think it won. But I just thought this, like, we have come so far because like for a GLAAD image award, like, okay, yes, there is lesbian representation in this movie. And it is 2 Black women. So that goes above and beyond as far as like, it's better to have some representation than no representation. But holy shit, what a fucked up relationship. Like, did that girl ever say anything?
Okay, I was going to ask you, do you think she didn't talk because they could pay her less if she didn't have any lines? Or was it like a commentary on relationships and
They were like, listen, we paid $4.5 million to get
this out. We have nothing left. You cannot talk. Right?
Nobody could talk.
He's like, don't they have to pay more when you have lines? Like, right?
So if you say enough words, it can get you into the union.
Okay, yeah.
And then after you're in the union, then
they have to get paid more. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true. But you can always choose to work at scale if you are like super passionate about whatever.
My phone's about to die. Can we?
Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm sorry. I just thought that was... Yeah, sorry. We want to know your thoughts about that, about anything else, genie relationships. Does the genie talk? Does the genie get to talk or what? Listener email and comments may turn up in future episodes. We love that we've had more and more followers. And even better, what I love is I'm seeing people listening to multiple episodes and not seeing new locations, which means some of you actually like us enough to listen to more than once.
What's
and
wrong
we love
with
you,
people?
Whoever you are. If you could take just a sec and go and rate or review us, like that would be amazing. If you can hit follow or subscribe. If you think your friends would like this, now, if you think it's too embarrassing to tell your friends because you're like, this is the weirdest guilty pleasure I have, remember, we're probably in the middle of World War III right now, so who fucking
cares?
Why would you hide your light under a bushel? And if your light happens to be our goddamn podcast, like, even better, go and tell them. I'm Heather.
I'm Ryan, and we wish you lots and lots of conditional love. My face hurts from smiling.
Oh, her face hurts from smiling, and she was so depressed when we started.
No, this yesterday when I watched it. I've been better today.